Be careful what you ask for. We have a flood of polls to look at for the critical swing state of Pennsylvania. This is Kotal, and let's talk some politics. So, I only recently did my last video on the Keystone State a little over a week ago. Previously, it appeared that the race post-debate had frozen in place with neither candidate with any clear momentum. Since then, a flood of additional polling has dropped that has largely corroborated this conclusion. To catch up, per my practice, I'll take a look at a series of polling shifts to try and ascertain momentum in the current race for Pennsylvania. This time we have a total of 7 to look at, including Franklin and Marshall, Quinnipiac, the Hill Emerson, NYT Siena, Rasmussen, Muhlenberg, College, and Susquehanna. Based on the shifts in these polls, it appears that neither candidate has any discernible momentum, but let's get into it for Pennsylvania. Starting with Franklin and Marshall, back in April they had a registered voter survey that showed Biden dominating Trump 38 to 48. However, their poll covering the 4th through the 15th of September had Trump making up substantial ground, scoring 8 points to reach 46, while Harris merely improved by a single point to hit 49, a net gain of 7 for Trump. Next, Quinnipiac, in an August LV poll, had Harris leading Trump 47 to 50. In the immediate aftermath of the debate, though, they found Trump losing a point to hit 46, while Harris gained 1 to hit 51, a net gain of 2 for the vice president. For the Hill Emerson, last time we saw that Harris had gained 2 points over where President Biden had stood and found the race in late August tied at 48. However, their most recent poll following the debate showed Trump remaining steady at 48, but with Harris dropping a point to fall to 47. Also checking in with another previous pollster, previously the NYT Siena College likely voter polling in early August had Harris improving substantially over Biden with the race standing at 46 to 50 in her favor. However, in their poll just after the debate, they got the same result, showing no gains for either candidate. Next, Rasmussen had an LV poll in mid-August which had Trump narrowly leading Harris 47 to 46. In their next poll between the 19th and 22nd of September, they found Trump gaining a point to hit 48, while Harris gained 2 to reach 48 for a tied race, a net gain of 1 point for Harris. In April, Muhlenberg College, using an RV model, had Trump leading President Biden 44 to 41. However, their next poll, switched to an LV model, had Trump gaining 4 points to hit 48, while Harris gained 7 to hit 48 as well, for another tied race, a net gain of 3 for Harris. Finally, in early March, Susquehanna had Biden leading Trump 50 to 45. However, their recent poll in mid-September had Trump gaining a single point to hit 46, while Harris dropped 4 to tie him at 46. Another tie, a net gain of 5 for Trump. So we have something of a general consensus here, hovering around 0, with a few outliers to deal with. Starting with the 2 massive swings in favor of Trump, Franklin and Marshall and Susquehanna. Not only is there a great deal of time between the surveys they conducted, about half a year, but we also have issues with sample size, with both pollsters drastically increasing it between their surveys. It is likely that the survey conductors believe they had an insufficient sample that did not represent a portion of Trump's support, and corrected for that in their new polls, rather than it representing such a large swing across the state. Although less of an outlier, Muhlenberg College not only had a long time between its polls, but also switched sample types from registered to likely voters, which may account for the change that they saw. Additionally, they have exceptionally low sample sizes for both surveys and a very high margin of error at 6. The remaining 4 pollsters, though, range from a +1 to Trump to a +2 for Harris. A word on polling errors, the best 2 pollsters are Susquehanna and Rasmussen for the state of PA, at least for the ones I looked at here, with Susquehanna missing the final result by 2 points in either direction for 2016 and 2020. Meanwhile, Rasmussen also called the race in PA within their margin of error, and only missed it by 2 points, overestimating the Democrats. The other pollsters fared worse, ranging outside their margins of error between 4 and 6 points. The exception, though, being Franklin and Marshall, which overestimated the Dems by 12 points in 2016 and 5 in 2020. Overall, this is an extremely tight race, with many of the pollsters showing it either outright tied or within their respective margins of error. Some polls also appear to be correcting past errors in sampling and are moving more in line with the other surveys. At least according to the polls, PA appears to be tight as can be, with little to no movement at all. But what do you think? Is Pennsylvania really as close as the polls suggest? Or does one candidate have an edge that isn't reflected here? Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is Kotal, and thanks for watching.